Alright, Vasyl Lomachenko. Vasyl Lomachenko, lads, right? Been about 2 months since he lost Teofimo Lopez. Gave that statement after the fight, or a day or two after the fight, where he said he was injured, he had the shoulder injury and this, that and the other. Like, we knew about the shoulder injury before. It's been a recurring theme with Lomachenko, right? But he's been quiet since then. We really heard nothing from him. He gave an interview, and this is Lomas official. I never heard of it. This is where I'm quoting Vasyl Lomachenko. I'm going to quote him verbatim here, right? Now, this is the first thing. This is the first quote. This is Loma on Teofimo Lopez. Are you ready? I didn't lose the fight. Right, that's how it starts, and right, you know where this is going. It says, I took 1 round from the first half and 5 from the second, 6 each, a draw. It's not about bias, it's about being bribed. And that's a serious allegation he's just made when he used that. Alright, I don't know whose game it was. I do think it was somebody's game. So you talk about bribery, that's a serious allegation. I'm just saying, you know, serious allegation. He's given another quote there, but I'm going to touch on that. So he's basically saying the fight was a draw. No. I think, if I remember, because I haven't watched the fight in a while, I think I gave Loma pretty much every round from, I think, the 7th round to the 12th round. I think I gave him no, not the 12th round. I gave him every round from the 7th round to the 11th round. I think the 10th round, because it's been a while when I watched this, I think the 10th round was going to hit in the miss round. But I remember Teofimo really intimidating Lomachenko early on in that fight with his punching power, just with his sheer size, just being the bigger, younger, stronger guy in there was just, you know, we got Lomachenko out of his rhythm. That's what I remember from that fight. I remember Teofimo winning the fight. And I picked Lomachenko to win the fight, but Teofimo Lopez won the fight clearly. Right? It was close, nip and tuck, but the right man won. And for Loma to insinuate, yeah, right, I think one scorecard was crazy. I think there was like a 118 or a 119 scorecard. I forget the actual scorecards now, but I think one of them was crazy wide, which that's a dubious scorecard, it has to be said. And I think that was the same night Lewis Ritson lost, or Lewis Ritson beat Vasquez, and there was a crazy scorecard there. But yeah, I think one was way too wide, but the right guy won. I'll touch on something else here. He says, this is Lomachenko on if Teofimo Lopez agrees to a rematch. Says, question is, if he agrees to a rematch, I think he won't. They are afraid because they knew I had an injury. They knew that he can't fight with me. He got lucky. Wow. He doesn't want to fight me because he will lose the belt. Wow. Jesus. I mean, I wasn't expecting. That's the first time I've actually read that verbatim. Right? I didn't read it before I started this. There was nothing lucky about that. Lomachenko was outboxed. You know, he was you could see he was intimidated by Teofimo Lopez's punching power. You could see the size was having an effect on him. You could see all the good work Teofimo Lopez was doing. There was no luck involved in this fight. It was the talent of Teofimo Lopez that won this fight, on top of his boxing skills, on top of his punching power, on top of his youth, and on top of his physical strength. You know, Lomachenko, small at 135 pounds. Right? Not even particularly big at 130 pounds. Right? Teofimo Lopez, very big at that weight. He's not where he is just based on size and youth. There is a lot of talent with Teofimo Lopez. I felt personally, before this fight, that it had come too soon for Teofimo Lopez. That was just in my humble opinion. It was personally, I thought, maybe a bit too soon. Maybe a few more fights. But obviously I underestimated the actual skill of Teofimo Lopez and the actual talent he has, because I picked Lomachenko to win, and Teofimo Lopez definitely won this fight. There was no luck involved, not in the slightest. And this right here, right, if Lomachenko, because it's insinuating he wants a rematch. As far as I was aware, there's no rematch clause. I don't think Teofimo Lopez is obligated to give Vasyl Lomachenko a rematch. I'm sure if there's enough, if there's enough green there, I'm sure Teofimo would, go and give Vasyl Lomachenko a rematch, right? But Lomachenko, he was saying he was injured. I know he's had injuries, issues with the shoulder. I don't discount that. But to use that and say Teofimo Lopez got lucky, well, you're discrediting Teofimo Lopez's win. And if he beats you again in this rematch, which is very likely he could, because I don't really see what Lomachenko can do differently. Like Teofimo Lopez, when he started off, boxing, throwing those hard shots, looking to counter Vasyl Lomachenko was very wary about opening up. Right, so if he goes into this rematch, if they do have a rematch, because they're not obliged to, if he goes into a rematch with Teofimo Lopez and he decides, you know what, I'm going to be a bit more aggressive, he's open to getting countered. He's open to getting hit with big shots from Teofimo Lopez, who is a big puncher. Bigger puncher than Jorge Linares from what I can see. And Lomachenko could find himself in all kinds of trouble. Alright? Now, as I said, as far as I was aware, there's no rematch clause. He's not obliged to give Vasyl Lomachenko a rematch. I mean, I'm sure he would, as I said, if there was enough money on the table and if there's no other real fights to be made. Because, I mean, I don't know what's happening with Devin Haney. Garcia Campbell, I think Ryan Garcia said today that if he beats Luke Campbell, he's going for Gervonta Davis. So maybe logically it would be best for Teofimo Lopez just to go down and give Vasyl Lomachenko a rematch. I mean, it's a guy you've already beaten. You know, you'll get his name on your scalp twice. If Loma has any hope of winning a rematch, he needs to look at the mistakes he made and see what ways he can rectify them. That's what I've always said, and I've said this for the longest time on this channel about certain fighters, is that those who do, you could apply this to anything in life, by the way. It's the quote from George Santayana: those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. If you look at a situation where, and what was it Einstein said? And like Einstein's, it was Einstein who said, and I'm not calling Lomachenko stupid, but people who do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. I mean, that's 2020 in a nutshell, by the way. But Loma, you need to look at what he did wrong in that fight instead of just focusing and saying, oh, Teofimo Lopez just got lucky. Oh, it was this. No, it wasn't. It wasn't any of that. Right? Teofimo Lopez is skilled. He's a very good fighter. You need to look at what you did wrong. Right? If you were injured, I don't discount that the shoulder might have been an injury, might have been an issue, because he's had that for a while now. But he needs to look at what he did wrong in there, try and rectify that. There was moments in there where like it was a close fight. It was a close fight, but the right man won. So Lomachenko needs to look at what he can do differently in this rematch, not just decide, I give these rounds away in the start, let him get a bit tired, let the sting go from his punches and then come on late. No. You can't just do that and then if you lose again, just be like, oh, I got lucky, or use bribery, or say bribery in a quote. It's work like that. So that's my thoughts on this. Let me know yours. What are your thoughts? Do you think we're going to see a rematch between Teofimo Lopez and Vasyl Lomachenko, or do you think that Teofimo will just say, you know, the hell with that, I'm moving on? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If we do get a rematch, right, because we could very well see it next year, who knows? I mean, Teofimo Lopez has said the money is there, I'm sure he'd take it. If we do see a rematch, what do you think? Who are you going for? Let me know in the comment section below. Hope you enjoyed the video. Smash the like button, of course, if you did. Oh, you see, I almost said if you didn't, but smash the like button if you did. Subscribe, of course, if you're new to the channel. I hope you all keeping well. I hope you all enjoyed it. Hashtag GMansRocks, King of Rip Jeans. All that good stuff. I'll talk to you lads. Peace.